Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel Learn Math with Sayyid Ali. We will be continuing our topic circumference and area of the circle. So circumference we did in the last video, but we are reviewing it today. Circumference is equals to pi times d is the formula, pi times d, or as we know that d is equals to the diameter of a circle is equals to 2r, so we can say pi times 2r, and if we rearrange it, generally we say that 2 pi r. So circumference is equals to 2 pi r if the radius is given, right? If diameter is given, we can use c is equals to pi times d, but we have the relationship, so if you guys can only remember c is equals to 2 pi r, that is also wonderful, because if diameter is given, you can find out r. If r is given, then it's direct, right? So if a question is like this, that the circumference of the circle is 46, so circumference is equals to 46 centimeter, right? What is the radius? What is radius of the circle? So this is just the rearranging of the formula, because circumference is equals to 2 times pi times r, and the radius is required, right? Radius is unknown, and what is given? Circumference is given that it is 46 centimeter. So we can plug in the value here. 46 centimeter is circumference, 2 pi is 3.14, times radius is unknown. So I can put r directly because multiplication is understandable by a dot. So I can say that 46 is equals to, if I shuffle it to the left hand side of the equation, then I have to say 46 divided by 2 times 3.14, and if I put this value in calculator, I can get my answer. 7.32 centimeter is the radius. So if circumference is known, we can find out the radius of that circle. So this was first application of the circumference. Or we can say another question, that 50.27 of the string was needed to wrap around a circle. So to wrap around a circle, I give you this example also in the last lecture, that if we have a string and we wrap it around to make a circle, so 50.27 centimeter to wrap around a circle. So that means this is my circumference. 50.27 of centimeter of string was needed to wrap around a circle, right? To wrap around a circle object twice. He's saying twice. This much string to wrap around twice. That means this is not the circumference, but it is twice. So to get the circumference, we have to divide it by 2. So we will divide it by 2. 50.27 divided by 2 will be my circumference in centimeter, right? Because when the string is wrap around a circle, it gives us a circumference. Now we see that what is 50.27 divided by 2. So that is 25. So circumference is equals to 25.135. This is my circumference, right? What question says? Question says 50.27 centimeter of string was needed to wrap around a circular object twice. What is the radius of the object? Again, the radius is unknown, so I will say radius question mark, and formula applied is circumference is equals to 2 pi times r. Circumference is given to 25.135, and to calculate r, we have to divide it by 2 pi. Pi is 3.14 in the denominator, and we plug in the values in the calculator and see what the answer is. So let's see, 25.135 divided by 2 divided by 3.14. So it's 4. So the radius of that circle is 4 centimeter. This is my answer. So in this way, we can have many questions for circumference. Many times this question is asked. Molly makes 3 identical circles with a string of 152 centimeter. 3 identical circle of 152 centimeter long string, right? So this is, but she can make 3 circles. That means if you divide it by 3, you will get the circumference of each circle, right? What is the diameter of the circle? So this time diameter is unknown, right? So what we have to calculate first is the circumference, which is 152 divided by 3. Why divided by 3? Because Molly makes 3 identical circles with a string of 152 centimeters. So that means my circumference is 50.6. My circumference is 50.66 centimeter. This is my circumference, right? But the question is, Molly makes 3 identical circles with a string of 152 centimeter. This is my question number 3, right? So my circumference is now known, diameter is unknown. What is circumference in terms of diameter? Pi times d, right? D for diameter. So d is unknown, right? So circumference is 50.66 divided by 3.14 is equals to d. D for diameter, you can place here d because I put it here capital D. So my d is equals to 50.66 divided by 3.14. So let's see what it comes out. 50.66 divided by 3.14 is equals to 16.13. So 16.13 centimeter is the diameter of that circle. So read the question carefully, what is given and what is required. So another question can be asked like this. The circumference of a big circle is 62.83 and it's twice as long as a small circle. What is the radius of the small circle? So this one is twice as big, right? This is a big circle and it's the circumference of a big circle. Big circle is given. So this is my question number 4 for your assignment. So the circumference of a big circle, CB, is equals to 62.83 centimeter. This is circumference of a big circle. But this is twice as big as the small circle. So what will be the circumference of the small circle? Because it is twice, so I have to half it. I have to divide it by 2 because my smaller circle is half than this. So 62.83 divided by 2 will be my circumference of the smaller circle, which is 31.415 centimeter, right? So this is my smaller circle diameter. What is the radius of the small circle? So radius of the small circle. So I will use this circumference because this is my circumference of a small circle. So what is the formula? Circumference is equals to 2 times pi times r, right? Circumference is given 31.415 divided by 2 pi. Pi is 3.14, right? So this will gives me the radius of the small circle. Radius of the small circle. So I will say circumference of the small circle and the radius of the small circle with the subscript s, small circle, and then I'll solve this for answer 31.45 divided by 2 divided by 3.14, and that is equals to 5 centimeter, right? How much is it equals to? 5 centimeter. 2 divided by, let me check it again, 31.415 divided by 2 divided by 3.14 equals to 5. So my radius of the small circle is 5 centimeter. Answer. So in this way we have few questions regarding circumference of the circle, And similarly, we will deal with the diameter of the circle today, to have the formula of the diameter of the circle. So I will erase it quickly. I hope you understand these questions. So if you have two variables in the question, you can find out the third variable. If one variable is given, you can find out the second variable. So it was easy formula because it contains only two variables. So one variable is given, circumference is given, find out the radius. So we find out the diameter is given, find out the radius or circumference, right? So only few variables involved in this formula, and we can shuffle it if the other variable is unknown, right, as we did. So the area of the circle is equals to pi r square, pi times r square, right? And since r square can be replaced as, because r is 2 times d, right? R is 2 times d. So for r is equals to d divided by 2. So I can replace the value here, right? R is equals to half of the diameter. So I can replace here d divided by 2 and then see what my equation is in terms of d, right? So pi times d square divided by 4. So how I can read this equation? Pi by 4 d square. So in terms of d, or the diameter, the area can be calculated like a is equals to pi by 4 d square. Pi is a fixed constant value, right? You know, 3.14. And then you can use a is equals to pi by 4 times d square. But if the radius is given, you can use a is equals to pi r square. So a student must remember or memorize these formulas. And when the question is given, check the unit of the measurement carefully, and then check out that whether the radius is given or the diameter is given. But both formulas are good. A is equals to pi r square or a is equals to pi by 4 d square, because it just substitute the value of r as d over 2. Half of the diameter is called radius, right? So we will see that the answers are equal. So question is, my circle is given and the radius is 5 centimeter, right? So find area. Find area. So what I have to do? I can use the area formula. So area is equals to pi times r square. So area is equals to 3.14 times 5 square. So area is equals to 3.14 times 25. And when I calculate it, the multiplication, that gives me 78.54, right? So up to 1 decimal places is 78.5. This is my area, and area is always centimeter square, right? Now I will put the same value in diameter, because if the radius is given as 5, what is my diameter? Diameter is 10, right? 10 centimeter. So this time I will substitute here pi by 4, diameter is 10 square. So I will say a is equals to pi by 4. 10 square is 100. I will substitute the value of pi, 3.14 divided by 4 times 100. I can cut this. 4 ones are 4. 25 times 4 is 100. When I multiply 3.14 with 25, I will get the same answer, 78.5 centimeter square. So if you plug in the values correctly, but right, for D or for R, you have the same answer. So that means two formulas are same and they will get you the same result. So what is the formula? We will revise the formula. So for area is equals to pi r square. Area is equals to pi r square. Or in terms of D, if we replace r with d divided by 2, half of the diameter, then formula become a is equals to pi by 4 d square. Both formulas are correct. If radius is given, you can do directly by pi r square, or You can remember one way, because you know the relationship between R and D. So you can have this formula in terms of diameter, and then if R is given, you just have to twice the value, right? So now today in this lecture, we learn how to calculate the circumference and area of the circle. We will do some more exercise for area of the circle in the next video, and then we will see an assignment for circumference and area of the circle, assignment question. Hope you like the video. If you like it, subscribe my channel, press the bell icon button to receive another video. Thank you for watching.